Hey, this is Rhymes with. Thanks for joining me in part 7 of my Wild Legend climbing series. I'm Platinum 2. Let's see if I can make it to Diamond in this video. I'm going to have 5 games for you. I switched out my Brand Bronzebeard to put in Priestess of Fury because I kind of missed the Priestess of Fury in my last set of 5 games. Just sometimes felt like I didn't have enough punch to close out games. And Priestess of Fury is certainly going to have a lot of punch. I decided to keep the 2 Tar Creepers. I'm kind of anticipating that I would face some Odd Paladin or some other kind of aggressive strategies, and Tar Creeper could really help me out there. But here in my first game, I'm playing a Priest. Looks like a Highlander, Shadow Reaper type of style of deck. Kazakus. Now I'm kind of bummed to have all my tokens on the board, so I trade one in, play the weapon instead of developing more minions. It's got Raza on curve. Figure I should trade. Able to clear with the Kazakus potion. He's at 29. I'm at 25. That's not good when Shadow Reaper Anduin. Without Shadow Reaper Anduin is whittling you down already. Wow, that Harrison and Zephyrus hurt. Getting all the good cards here on turn 8 has the Shadow Reaper. So pretty much everything on curve so far. Turn 9, is he going to have Alexstrasza? Did I just play that coin needlessly? I probably did play that coin needlessly. Well, that's a lot of mana reduction there. Just got 16 in mana reduction there, potentially. Try to gain some life, because I'm afraid of getting bursted down. If he has Spawn of Shadows, I would be pretty easily in lethal range with a few cards. Just got Dragon Queen Alexstrasza here. Twilight Whelp is kind of a miss, but the 4/9 Skeletal Dragon is tough for me to be able to do any damage, but I've got silences to deal with. I feel like I need to play the Tar Creeper, otherwise I'm going to die. Probably going to die anyways.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yep. Well, there's a case where your opponent has everything. I don't know how my Odd Demon Hunter is going to do against those priest decks. Felt like that game did not feel close. We'll have to see. So here I'm up against another Odd Demon Hunter. I'm really glad to play other Demon Hunters because I like seeing how my list compares. I think my list is pretty strong against other Demon Hunters, which is fun. I want to take the Skull of Gul'dan, but I'm going to take the Eye Beam. I feel like that's going to be more flexible. Skull of Gul'dan, I can't use it right away, so I'm probably not going to get the Outcast in a very long time. And this game could be over well before then. Well, I've got the board.
I grow impatient.
The opponent's pretty indecisive about which choices to go with here.
I grow short.
Unsure of who to attack there too. Seemed like a pretty weak turn for my opponent, and I'm just trying to develop the board. The Lifesteal Weapon obviously kind of slows my ability to close the game out.
I grow impatient. Burn away.
I decided to go wide here. Reduce the mana down to 2. I figure I can get a bunch of damage here. And develop the board next turn and just kind of close out the game over the course of 2 turns.
I will have vengeance.
This turns into a really good board clear for my opponent, which is a bit lucky. I'm still in a pretty good position, but I gotta make sure that I fight for the board here. And with Snip Snap, I feel like I'm pretty guaranteed to keep the board.
My blades will sing.
That turns into a pretty good combo, though, silencing one of my Snip Snaps and playing Priestess of Fury. I decided to clear the Priestess of Fury because just prevent any life gain kind of shenanigans. And there, just close it out with the Metamorphosis. A lot of time. Hand's pretty good, but I decided to throw one Warblades back, get a Baku in place, which is not what I'm hoping for. Early turns, just playing a 1-drop, then playing a 1-drop plus my hero power. That's usually a pretty good progression for my deck. Looks like it's a big demon style deck. Void Caller. It's a bit awkward because I want to attack and that's going to buff my Battlefiend, which would be a good trade for the Void Caller there. But I figure the damage is worth it, and I don't want to pass up on the attack with my hero power. That seems like a bit of bad luck for my opponent, making it pretty easy for me to drop my opponent down really hard so I can be able to close the game out with the Metamorphosis next turn. Yeah, that's a pretty desperate play there.
If it's true, now I am complete.
Alright, I'm on the brink of diamond if I can win my next game here. Playing a hunter. Throws the X back. Think about it a little bit because in a race, gaining some life can make the difference, but I figure I want to develop if possible. I'm going first. So I got the Battlefiend, double Battlefiend on turn 2. That's really strong, especially when they can't develop the board at all on turn 1 because they are playing even. I guess could have if they'd had a 2-mana card. So without the secret that does 2 damage, I'm just in an easy position there. One of the easiest games I've had in Wild this season. Now I'm Diamond, I'm up against a Priest. Looks like it might be another Highlander Shadow Reaper deck.
None will survive.
I'm going first. Unfortunately, the Crimson Sigil Runner is totally stuck in my hand. Do I play it this turn? I decide to. At the time, seems like I want to develop as much as possible so I can keep pushing, try to close out the game early. Here, I play the Snip Snap, and it doesn't even occur to me that there's a potential for my opponent to have Potion of Madness, stealing my Snip Snap and gaining the tokens, also killing my Tark Reaper. It just seemed like that wasn't going to happen. So here I feel like I need to kill the Northshire Clark, just prevent any card draw shenanigans. Cat Strike lines up pretty well with my mana there. And I need cards. So I'm chipping my opponent down. My board is not bad, but here with Zephyrus it's going to be an easy clear with like multi-strike. Multi-shot, yep. Now, here I could have decided between Priestess of Fury and all my tokens. I decided to hold my Priestess of Fury and get on the board. Problem with that though, it doesn't line up with turn 8 when my opponent is likely to play Shadow Reaper Anduin. So I leave 2 help on the dragon, thinking very likely that I'm gonna be able to kill it. Doesn't happen. Really wish I'd kept that Crimson Sigil runner. Although he'd be at 11 instead of 9. So I did get 2 damage in with the Crimson Sigil runner. Gaining 7 damage and freezing 2 minions there is very strong. Just trying to think, okay. Can't close here, but can I close next turn? I can do 7 next turn with Metamorphosis and 1 attack. Assuming my board dies. He's looking to draw a Reno.
The shadow throw short.
Gets a penance, which is unfortunate. Now here, if I had 1 more mana, I could have done the Inner Demon. I'm really asking myself, do I want to take the Misty Choice? Do I want to go for like Twin Slice or Coordinated, what's it called? The 2 mana, is it Chaos Strike? I decided to go for Inner Demon, hoping I can close the game next turn. Got my opponent down to 1. Surely if I do 10 damage next turn, that's going to be enough, right? But my opponent manages to gain just enough life. And then draws Reno. Ah, frustrating to be so close but not be able to quite close out the game. I'm going face. I'm going to hang around 1 turn and see how things go. With the Dragon Queen Aldrachi, the game's over. This was closer though. I got my opponent down to 1. A lot better than my first Highlander Shadow Reaper game. Going 3-2 in this run. 22-10 overall. Cracked diamond. Thanks for watching.